Hey y'all, welcome back to part 2 of my video. So I decided to do my video shoot another day, and for that day I didn't get much footage from there, but I will be posting, if it's not already up, the finished product of my video shoot for my brand and book. But today I really wanted to give like a quick overview of my book because it's finally in. So my book came in this package. My publisher that I used was Book Baby, so you can kind of see it here. I only purchased one book because I still am kind of going through, like, I'm a perfectionist, y'all, so I wanted to make sure everything was like cut clear, all the words, like, okay, here, people were reading my book, give me your opinion, tell me how you feel about it. So I wanted to make sure I was getting everyone's opinion and incorporating that into my book. So that's exactly what I did. I made sure that, okay, if I need to edit this part, I wanted to do that. And I want my final copy to be the final copy. So I only purchased one copy of my book for the video shoot. I did that last week. So that was like the first week of July. Um, I did my video shoot. So if it's not already up on my YouTube channel, make sure you go click that. It'll be up here in the bio by the time you're already looking at this video. So I went through Book Baby through my publisher. This, after doing lots and lots of research, this was the publisher that I decided to go with. Now, I will get into a deeper video of how I created my book and all that, but I just wanted to give y'all my first impressions of my book, how I feel about it, how everything's going. So first things first, I would say Book Baby. It's very detailed. Their website is very detailed. They have lots of templates, and I'll go like into a deeper version about why I chose my publisher, Book Baby. But they're very detailed. Have lots of templates. They have the word template. They have the cover template, and the website is very user friendly, I would say. So I decided to go with Book Baby. I also looked at a lot of reviews, a lot of YouTube videos, and I also, through the YouTube videos, I saw it was a lot of people like comparing Book Baby through, I think it's like Lula Spark and some other stuff, Ingram Spark and stuff like that. So I decided to go through that. At first, for my book, it was going to be a kind of like a chapter book size, but then I decided, you know what, I'm going to have it as a letter size, 8.5 by 11. So this is the book, my book cover. Yes, y'all. So this is my book cover. It's 100 pages, so the spine is very thin, as you can see here. So the spine is very thin. It's 100 pages, but of course it's 50 flipping pages. So 100 pages, front, back, front, back, front, back counts 100. But when you're flipping through the book, you will technically only count 50 pages. Um, so this is my book. I decided to go through it was a children's book, but I turned it into a workbook. So I was like, a chapter book size is not going to really fit for a workbook. So I might as well go with a letter size book, which I went through with this one. So my book is called Let's Get Financially Fit, which is a financial literacy book for children, middle school, high school. Anyone can really benefit from my book. And the kind of feel that I was going for with my book was an interactive workbook. So a workbook that children can write in, go through the pages, read the pages, understand the pages, understand the activities, and write in the book. So that's why I was like, okay, well, we need a larger size book that people can actually write in. 8.5 by 11 will probably be the best. I will go into another detailed video with my illustrations. I really, what was this? Book took me like 3 years to really come to fruition. But here's the back of my book. Um, I'm a perfectionist, so I have my ISBN number. Um, I created this on Canva. All this. getting a good look. So yeah, I created this book through Canva, and it's a workbook, and it will be on Amazon. And the one thing I like about BookBaby, they do have distribution through Amazon, Nordstrom's, and other avenues. So that's also one thing that I liked about BookBaby. So just first impressions of the book. The cover, great cover. It's glossy, and I will make sure I go through all the detail, um, dimensions and details that just going through the website. I will make sure I create a video for that. But this is just my first impression of the book. Um, so cover, glossy. It's thick. I would say you can hear it. So it is thick, glossy. I can do this with my nails and it's not going to look crazy. It's glossy. Images are clear. Same with the back. One thing I will say because I was editing everything on Canva, there is a way to download pictures and making sure it is print appropriate or has the right pixels or the right, what's the word? Not the pixels, but it has like the right, basically when you print this book, it's going to, the images are not going to be diluted, or the images are not going to be fuzzy looking. Like it's all going to look crispy and clean because you have downloaded this image as what it should be if you're going to print a book. So Canva has those features that you can click, and I also pay for Canva, so I'll go through that in another detailed video. But just first impressions, the cover, it's great. I really had to, when it came to the pages of the book, I had to really ask someone. Like I emailed them like, okay, are these pages good to write on? Are these pages good to do this? Are these pages good to do that? So I made sure like I was like, okay, are these pages going to be okay for someone to write on the book? And they're like, yes, yes, yes. So they are. Um, I will say with BookBaby, they make sure that you are in the bleed line, the printed lines, all those lines. They make sure that all your words, all your images are correctly aligned with the bleed line, the printed line, all those lines. Like you cannot print the book unless everything is in line, because they emailed me like 7 times to say like, oh, this text is in the bleed line. Oh, this text is out of the safety margin. This text is out of this margin. They emailed me thoroughly 7 times to make sure like everything was correct in the bleed line and whatnot. So that's also one thing I liked about them. They were not going to give me a book where text and stuff were outside the bleed line. So yeah, so the book is, it's, I would say, from here, it doesn't look big, but just looking at this book, like it has a lot of pages to me. Um, I actually thought it was gonna be smaller, because when I thought about like, oh yeah, it's 100 pages, but it's 100 pages front, back, front, back, front, back. So technically it's only 50 pages. But yeah, the quality is great. The color is great. Like even like my images at the bottom, they're great. So yeah, I would say so far I would say this book is like from my first impression of my book, I would give it an 8 out of 10. The only thing, and which is my fault, and also like I have to go back to my illustrator for this, is that the only thing I noticed is that for this person here, you probably can't see, but for this person here, they're two-tone, so they have like light brown and then dark brown on the ends. I didn't notice that in Canva, but when I printed the book, I noticed that, and I really noticed it on one of my pages because I used this character again. Light brown, dark brown. I said, oh no, So I have to go back to my illustrator to get that fixed, and I'm going to get it fixed so they can update this image and also the image on the front. Nobody is really going to notice it, but me personally, I'm going to notice it because I am a perfectionist. Um, and just even talking about the illustrations are very, like, the color stands out. Um, let's see another page. Like, the images are crisp, they're clear. Also thanks to the illustrator, my illustrator who did this. So I will say that if you are a detail oriented person, like you see the nitty gritty everything, then you'll see the nitty gritty of everything with a printed book. I made sure I chose the option to get one printed proof final copy. And this was like $160 or $170 for just one copy of your printed proof book. Um, and I really just wanted to see, like, firsthand how it was gonna look. The images, color's still clear, nothing's fuzzy, nothing's out of the ordinary. Everything is great looking, and I wanted to make sure, like, when you open the book, you're gonna see the image on one side, and then the chapter starts on the other side. So I made sure, like, I was numbering my pages appropriately. I knew, okay, if I need an image on the left, it has to be an even number. If I'm going up to 100, the book ends in an even number. All books have to end in an even number. So, image on one side, then text on the other. So that's literally how I formulated the book. Formatting the book, I would say, was the most challenging part. So that could take you like a good month. But for the most part, everything is crisp, everything is clear. I Googled to make sure, okay, my word sizes. What size should my font be? What size should my word size should my words be? Um, so just first impressions to my book, definitely 8 out of 10. The only thing I saw, I think I did this, but the corner of my book is like it's rolling. And honestly, I did this, but just that kind of, like, okay, like, these are children, so it can easily be teared and stuff like that. So those are my only needs. At first, I was like, I see color on the sides. I don't know if you can see that, but then I'm looking through the book like, okay, I have color showing, so of course it's going to be there. But yes, other than that, I would give this a solid 8 out of 10, maybe an 8.5 out of 10. Um, Even the spine, like, I sized the spine to perfection. When I first, because like you had the template that they give you, but then it's like, okay, I need to put this template in Canva, and that's kind of hard converting a size they have to the size that you want in Canva. So I sized this to perfection, like making sure like the words were aligned. Um, so yeah, I sized this to perfection. So yeah, if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. I'll be sure to answer all your questions to the best of my ability and as soon as I can. I will have more additional videos just about how I pick Book Baby, also the process with Canva, creating a book through Canva, how to create a book, and all of those detailed videos will soon come. Thank you so much for tuning to this video and your support. And make sure you buy this book, pre-order this book. The link is in my bio below, and books will be shipped out September 1st. So thank you again, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.